Hey everybody, this is David B69, and welcome back to Philadelphia Phillies franchise. We are facing off against the Kansas City Royals. Yeah, this is kind of being probably a joke of a game or series, but it is what it is. Got Joe Ryan going for us today. He would be up for the Cy Young if he got more innings in, but he's not going to get it. We got Turner. He's a little tired, so I think we can put Christian Arroyo in there. If not, I can just swap. Yeah, he can play short. Otherwise, I was just going to throw Stott in at short. I'm going to put Stott at the top of the lineup. It just makes more sense. And everybody else is fine. So let's go.
Here in Philadelphia, Citizens Bank Park, interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Kansas City Royals taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. First pitch coming your way next. Just about to get underway. And on the mound in this one, Joe Ryan. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of tough situations and get his team back in the dugout. I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with two strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Jonathan India in the box with one away as he takes ball one. And it's fouled away. One out, bases empty. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Strike three, and that's two in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top two guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the #3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2- or 3-run homer.
Slings it across. Royals set down in order. Nothing doing for the Royals. Phillies coming up to hit, no score. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back here in Philadelphia, and our pitcher tonight, Michael Lorenzen.
Yeah, he's definitely had a struggle so far this year, as evidenced by that inflated whip. But he's going to have to find a way to limit the base runners, put his team in a position to win a ball game. So we know he's prepared. We know this guy is a competitor, and we'll watch how he works in this one.
Stop, checks his swing, appeal to third. Nope, he held back. Pitch misses there, and that's ball three. Lorenzen with some less than fantastic work on the hill lately. Right side, hard hit. Pasquantino steps on the bag. One up, one down.
Batting second.
And time now for the Phillies lineup. And a big factor for them in recent games, Max Kepler.
And Boog, he's already gone yard 30 times this season. I mean, this is a guy that you know with one swing, he can turn the game around. Anytime, doesn't matter if it's early or late. So I'm excited to hopefully see him come to the plate in a big spot in this one.
Outside with a breaking ball.
Even the best pitchers of all time have had stretches where nothing was working for him on the mound. Maybe he needs to have his turn in the rotation skipped or something. Get his mind right to get back on track.
Next offering is fouled back. And fires in a fastball at 95.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. It's in and out of his glove. Gets off a throw, and they get him. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out.
Hitter, Alec
and now it's Alec Bohm. That's in there. 0-1. That's a strike across the top of the zone.
He doesn't seem to like to pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
Pitch misses there. Now 1-2.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. We played one here in Philadelphia, and there is no score at Citizens Bank Park. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top of the second. Now it's the right fielder, Nelson Velasquez. Ryan back to work. Velasquez launched a homer in his most recent game. In there at the knees. Next pitch in for a strike, and it's 1-2. And a swing and a miss. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. And to the plate for Kansas City, Vinny Pasquantino. Check swing, called strike. Ryan certainly has electric stuff, considered by many to be a strikeout pitcher. He might not be at the top level in that category, but strikeout's a big part of his game. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
And he doesn't beat himself. I mean, he's going to throw strikes. He's not going to issue many free passes, and he's going to keep the ball in the ballpark.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Kepler on the move, brings it in. That's out number 2.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Michael Massey in the box now. No balls and a strike. Hard hit right side. Stott over to first in time. And the inning is over. KC down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom of the inning, and now it's the cleanup spot for the Phillies. Nolan Arenado. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
They just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Arenado with a homer in his last game. And now 1-2.
Ball 2. 2-2 the count.
That one laced to center and a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Nick Castellanos at the plate now.
He's struggled to make contact lately, averaging 2 strikeouts per game over his last 5.
Ball one,
Breaking
no
ball
strike.
inside. Ball 1. He was late there. Strike 1.
I think he was
I
sitting
got
off
one
speed
ball,
there.
one strike. Hey, 2.
And that one goes straight to the backstop. He's in there. And now a man into scoring position.
Getting the out was never going to be easy. The wild pitch outside made things very difficult behind the plate, and it turned into a stolen base opportunity.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely
Batting
and just
sixth,
bunched him
left
up
fielder,
on the inside part of the plate.
Matt
Couldn't get around
Kepler.
on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2
Inside,
strikes
ball one.
because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Man at second. Foul ball there. That's off
That's
the
ball
mark.
two.
Ball 2.
2-1.
Headed towards the corner. And that is a foul ball. Second inning here. No score. And
We
there's the
got a
ball.
full count.
On the ground,
Foul
right
ball.
side. And foul ball. And a pitch. Out towards right center. That's well struck. Going back on this one. Hits the fence. And they'll score first. It's 1-0. Now around second, going for third. And he's got an RBI triple.
Always feels good when you come through and get your team on the board first. Absolutely blasted that one into the gap, but just didn't have quite enough to clear the wall out there. Maybe a little more elevation under it and it carries over, but that's a swing you'll be happy with every time.
One down, runner at third. And here's the veteran outfielder, Byron Buxton.
He really needs to start making more contact, striking out nearly twice in each of the last 5 games.
And a swing and a miss.
0-2 is the count.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And that one is inside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Next pitch is outside. Stays alive. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Got him looking. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
No, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there. And I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Velasquez makes the catch, and that is the inning. Phils get one on this RBI triple. And we're back.
Leading
And
off
here's the
for
catcher,
Kansas City,
Freddie Fermin.
Freddie Fermin.
Right through there for a strike.
0-1.
Next offering is in for a strike. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Swing and a miss, and he got him. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch. Tailing away from the hitter, lowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous 2-strike pitch.
Just
That
missed.
pitch is out.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
2 strikes.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. That one is absolutely belted. Way back there. Out of here. A home run off the foul pole. Hunter Renfroe with a shot to the opposite field. And this game is tied. It's 1-1.
Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something. But really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
Outside.
Kyle Isbell, the next to hit, takes outside. And he grounds one to the right side. Steps on first for the out. So the batting order turns over. Michael Garcia steps in for the Royals. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And another ball.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
2 balls.
2
1
out,
strike.
space is empty. There's a swing and a drive. Back there. Got all of that one. It's their second home run of the inning, and they jump out front. It's 2-1.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Jonathan India at the plate. Hit hard on the ground and up the middle, base hit. And that extends the inning.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Witt stands in now and watches strike 1. Runner on the move. And that one hit to first, and that's just foul. Fights it off. He'll see another. 2 outs. Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
One ball. 2 strikes.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off.
3.
Ah, that's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. Welcome back. Last series, the pitching was not good as we take a check of the numbers.
Real Muto.
Late with the swing there.
Well, the offense has
0-1.
gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Up the middle, and that one handled. Throws to first. 1 gone, bottom of the 3rd inning.
Good arm side run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
This is Bryson Stott. Swings through that one. 0-1.
0-1's the
Stott
count.
starting up the middle at second. 27 years old. A former first-round pick back in 2019.
Ball, that's out.
That's outside. And that's ball 1. The 1-1 is fouled off. One down, base is empty. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Pulls the string with the changeup, struck him out.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information. But the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating.
Well, going to pause on that thought, as that'll do it for the inning. Back here at the ballpark,
Leading
let's
off
check out
for
the latest
Royals,
news from
right
around the
fielder
league.
Nelson Velasquez.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one back there to the warning track, makes the catch.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch. Man, he's going to want that one back, no doubt.
Swing and a ground ball. It's through for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. Michael Massey steps in for the Royals. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Grounder might be two. Throws to first in time.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
Base hit. Coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Well, it's pretty difficult to throw a base runner out at the plate with 2 outs and a base hit to the outfield, but an excellent job of coming up with it, getting rid of it quickly, and throwing on the money. That is great technique from start to finish. Nice job to end the inning.
Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening
for
of
the
late.
Phillies,
Really been playing well.
Designated hitter, Alec Bohm.
Fastball for a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
And a foul ball. And that just misses. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, one of the things that hitters will do is they'll look for that red dot on the baseball as it's coming in to let them know what the pitch is. And if they see the red dot, it's typically a slider. But when a guy's got a really tight one with high spin rates, very difficult to determine. And that's probably why we saw a swing and miss right there. Just a nasty pitch.
Fires over to first. And that quickly 2 away. Here's Nicholas Castellanos. And that one is lifted in the air. Velasquez sizes this one up, makes the grab, and that is that. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Ryan back to work. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Up and in, and that's ball 1.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you get a broken back as you jog back to the dugout.
And now it's Kyle Isbell. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. That one fouled off. Up the middle, and that one finds its way through. So the one-out hit turns the lineup over. Michael Garcia will hit next. In there for strike one. That's a ball. Went with the sweeper.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Up the middle. Nice stop. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Royals 2 and the Phillies 1. Back here in Philadelphia, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Max Kepler at the plate.
Could be a big moment for him right here. He's sitting on 999.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Leaps at the wall, but can't haul it in. And now the tying run is into scoring position. And that is his 1,000th major league hit. A nice moment for him.
Yeah, anytime you flip the page on a career milestone, it feels really good. You know that number's in front of you for a long time, and you can't get there fast enough. Good for him.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's the center fielder, Byron Buxton. Went down on strikes his first time through. Smoked on the ground to second. India over to first in time. And that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Diving, but it gets down for a hit. The tying run is in to score from third. Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for 2. And now it is JT Realmuto. That's to third. Inning over. So they get 1 run on 2 base hits. No errors, and nobody left on. 5 innings complete. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. Start of the 6th, John Shambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Jonathan India. Out front, rip foul.
Well, these Royals, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Witt in the box now as he leaves that one up high. Next offering is fouled back. In for a strike, and the count is 1-2.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. Chris, 3rd time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
And there's a foul ball. Next pitch misses way outside. Center field. Buxton moves under it. And that'll do it. Nothing doing for the offense that time. Top of the order, 2 up in the home half of the 6th. We are tied 2-2. Well, we go bottom 6. And here's the Phillies leadoff man, Bryson Stott.
Second baseman, Bryson Stott.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, these Phillies, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. They're swinging at a lot of first pitches, and they've given away 7 outs as a result. they might just want to consider a more patient approach.
Up next,
Bryce
for the
Harper to the
Phillies,
plate.
Well, he's doing a nice
baseman,
job of
Bryce
keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
1-0.
Inside. And that is ball one.
I'm sure it's at least something they've chatted about in the dugout. Coming into this one, that was probably the game plan. Attack early in the count, but doesn't seem to be working out the way they wanted to. We'll see if they make an adjustment.
One down, base is empty. Late that time, and it's strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there. And I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in. Kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it. And not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
Next offering way off the plate.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he has attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
Ball, that
Next
pitch is out.
offering upstairs. Liner, base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
There comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Michael Lorenzen departs, and that was a start he can feel pretty good about. Tie ball game, and new pitcher when we get back.
Pitching for
New
Kansas
pitcher in the
City.
game for the Royals,
Number
Hunter
56.
Harvey.
And one thing on him,
Hunter Harvey.
he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
Here's Nolan Arenado, 1 for 2. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Arenado, a former Gold Glove winner, 33 years old, and they traded for him earlier this year. On the ground. Throws across the diamond. Inning over on the ground out. Took just 2 pitches to finish the frame out of the bullpen. Phillies strand 1. Score remains 2-2. Back here in
Leading
Philadelphia,
off for the
and now the
Royals,
first
first
baseman, Vinny Pasquantino.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Massey in the box now. Takes strike 1.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out. Got him. Make it 7 strikeouts for him.
Now batting.
And next up for the Royals, Freddie Fermin. That pitch in for a strike, and it's 0-1. 1 away. Tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first. Got him. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts. So they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
And that one missing low. Fought off foul. 2 outs. And a swing and a miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Hit on the ground to short. Arroyo zips it across, and Renfroe is retired. And that's the 3rd out. Royals leave 1. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. Set for the last half of the 7th. And now the right fielder, Nick Castellanos.
Right fielder, Nick Castellanos.
And there's the strike.
Wow. That's not even
0-1.
close to the zone.
Ball one.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
One ball,
Just not able
two
to
strikes.
catch up to that velocity.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Chop to the left side. Garcia in plenty of
He's
time
out.
to first, and Castellanos is out.
Up next for the Phillies, left fielder.
Now batting Max Kepler.
Kepler.
Drove it off the wall last time. Just missed out on a home run.
That one ripped. And it hooks just foul. All tied up here at the bottom of the seventh. Ground ball up the middle. Throws to first
He's
in
out.
time. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting center fielder.
Here's Byron Buxton.
Byron
0 for 2
Buxton.
in this one. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
Well, you got to be
0-1's the
careful
count.
with this guy. 2 outs, nobody on. He's looking to drive the ball really far. So if you can't get him to chase your pitch, you might just pitch around him a little bit and deal with the guy on deck if you walk him.
No balls, 2 strikes.
The next
Ball.
pitch misses. Going to count 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. And this game is still tied at 2-2. Back at Citizens
Leading
Bank
off
Park.
for
All
Kansas
set for the
City,
start of the
center
inning.
fielder,
Now,
Kyle
Kyle
Isbell.
Isbell. Ryan back to work. There's the strike. Fastball for a strike.
Well, he's gotten ahead with 2 pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
Next offering misses. 1-2 to count. Caught him looking for the K.
Well, big strikeout right there, and maybe a little controversial with the call.
Now
I think he got a little bit of favor on the mound, no question about it. It's not exactly what you want to see in a big spot like that, and I'm sure there's some chirping going on from the dugout, making it clear that wasn't his best call behind the plate today.
And it's strike 2.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Close one, doesn't get the call. And the count 1-2.
Well, clearly not too happy with the call there. Thought he caught the top of the zone, and you could pretty much read his lips saying, that's not up.
One down, base is empty. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Outside low. And the count's even at 2. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He notches strikeout number 150 this season.
Now
Well,
batting
he just ran out of
second
patience there. He
baseman,
took a couple of
Jonathan
pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
That's ripped. Base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did.
And the Phillies manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make a move. Joe Ryan is done, and a nice effort out of him, no doubt. New arm coming on. We'll be back for that in a moment.
Pitching for the
Orion
Phillies,
Kirkering takes over on the
number
mound.
50.
And if you dig into his walk rate,
Orion
his numbers are
Kirkering.
really impressive. He's really filled up the strike zone this season, so these batters better be ready to swing the bats.
Witt in the box now. Takes strike one.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Kepler drops into the glove, and that's the third out. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the eighth.
Now
Carlos
pitching for the Kansas
Estevez.
City,
Well, he struggled
Number
quite a bit,
53.
so this is another opportunity
Carlos
to get on the
Estevez.
right track. He's given up more than one hit per inning pitch so far this season.
Arroyo
No,
up to
inside.
bat next. Lays off for a ball.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
That misses the
balls,
zone.
no strike.
And the count now 2-0. In the air on the infield, Pasquantino pulls it down and he makes the catch. One away. And up to the plate is JT Realmuto. Has grounded out a couple of times. Late on that fastball.
Well, a come and get me
0-1.
fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Man, he
0-2
really
the count.
sells the changeup with that arm action.
That
One
one in
ball,
the dirt.
two
Now
strikes.
1-2. Base is empty, one away. Here, the bottom half of the eighth inning. That
Two
misses
balls,
the
two
zone.
strikes.
And the count now even up. Got him swinging. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the
now
effort from their
batting,
starter.
second
Yeah, we've seen
baseman,
some pretty
Bryson
excellent pitching out of this
Stott.
staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
At the plate, Bryson Stott. Little chopper rolls foul. That one ripped right center field. And it hits the top of the wall. In with the double, and the go-ahead runs at second with 2 out.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
So runner at second, to intentional walk here with 2 out. They set up a force at any base to end the inning.
These fans don't like to see
Now
that
batting,
because they showed up to watch him swing the bat, but this team does not want to let him beat him.
So the go-ahead run is into scoring position. Alec Bohm stands in for the Phillies. Outside
ball.
low, and it's 1-0.
Well, this is a
1-0.
critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations.
Line to right, base hit. Runner around third on his way to the plate. The throw's offline, he's safe. It's 3-2.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
So now it's Nolan Arenado, 1 for 3. In the dirt, but kept close.
0-1's the count.
That's down and in. A slider missed. Two on, two outs. And that one fouled off. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And the count is even, 2-2.
Just missing off the plate there, according to the umpire. And out there on the mound, maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but it looks like he's accepted it.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. But the RBI single pushes across a run. Last chance coming up for the Royals. And welcome back to the ballpark. Leading off, Nelson Velasquez. Right through there for a strike.
0-1. Nope.
He was looking for some firewood right there. I tell you what, if you're not out in front, swing at that pitch, you'll be looking for a new bat.
Stop. Tosses to first. Now one gone in the ninth.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but
here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Out of the bullpen for the Phillies, Matt Strong.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Pasquantino in the box now. Takes strike one.
Well, that's really the money spot. Down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Looking to get the tying run on base. And a count 1-2. That one hit to right. Castellanos sizing this one up. Squeezes it. And there are two outs. So they're down to their final out. Here's the Royals' designated hitter, Michael Massey. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. Lifted to left, and that should do it. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Phillies take the series opener here at home.
Well, this turned out to be an exciting, very well-played game. Always feels great when you can take the lead in the 8th at home. Come out in the 9th, the crowd will be behind that pitcher as he tries to get those final 3 outs. Everybody goes home happy with a win like this.
3-2 the final score. The Phillies hang on to win it. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.
And again, with a little bit of small ball. Doesn't happen too often when we play small ball, but it happened today. It's like there was a couple shots by Kepler. One that was only 2 feet foul, the foul pole. But it's like he's done really good. A triple and a double, and almost hit a home run. And yeah, so big day. Their offense was just as good as ours, to be honest with you. They did really well. Lorenzen did a okay job. He did basically he kept us down. Limited us to 5 hits in his work, and yeah, and we were able to touch up Carlos Estevez with a run. But to be fair, it was all done without doing the long ball, which is the key here. It's like you can play a little small ball and still win the game. That's what I'm like looking forward and happy with. That was the first triple of the year with Kepler. He's not a guy that you normally see getting triples. I mean, the ball has to be taken the right bounce, and on that circumstance, it did. Actually, on a double on race that he actually had a chance at getting a triple on that one, but I was like unsure about it, so I'm like, yeah, just hold the brakes on him. That guy is not filled with speed, so that's basically what we do. Going to check out what's going on, and from now on, from the rest of the season, I'm going to try to do this unless the game's going long, where I am going to look at and figure out exactly how other teams did, see if there was any kind of things with anybody else in the league to see where the standings are and such. Um, Keep him active. And yeah, let's check it out. You can see the Braves. See, this is why I'm doing this. The Braves have clinched a playoff spot. So now they are in the wild card, pretty much, no matter what. And we can no longer win the division in this series. So it's kind of sad we can't win this division in this series, but we do have that. Dodgers have clinched, and they're in that same position. They basically can still win it the next game, the next day. But they lost today, and the Diamondbacks won. So yeah, they're just not going to get in the position to win and go forward. Like I said, the Braves are the only wild card team to have clinched, and right now the Mets are 4.5 back, with running out of time. So yeah, then so are the Brewers, Cardinals, Reds, Pirates, and the Padres. Rockies are pretty much, but the Pirates, Padres, and Rockies are pretty much out of it. Um, in the American League East, the Red Sox have now taken firm control of the division lead. The Orioles had it for most of the season, and yeah, they just fell off the face of the earth. And you can see it here. In the last 10, the Red Sox have been dominating, while the Orioles have been floundering in those standings. And so have the Yankees, to be honest with you. So, yeah, so that's interesting. In the Central, Guardians are just holding on over the Tigers. In the American League West, the Rangers are basically seemingly in control. I mean, they should actually win this division, but it's still too close to call. In the wild card, it looks like the Mariners are going to be that team in the American League West that will control it, while the Orioles and Yankees are basically running right into each other, with the Tigers are right on their tail. So anything is possible in these final couple weeks. So yeah. So that's basically what I wanted to do. Congratulations to Max Kepler for getting his 1,000th hit. Um, yeah, so very excited. We got Harper that can still get number 400 this season. Um, so he only needs two more to go in these final couple weeks. So hopefully we can do that for him. So until next time, this is David B69, and I'm out.